Welcome, gentlemen. In the next hour, we're diving deep into Machiavelli's cold laws, principles forged in the fire of ruthless pragmatism. These are not just ancient theories. These are real, actionable strategies for men who refuse to let fear hold them back. We're going to explore how Machiavelli's cold approach to power can be used to control your life, rise above fear, and achieve your highest potential. We all experience fear, whether it's the fear of failure, judgment, or the unknown. But too many men are paralyzed by it. They let it dictate their decisions, their actions, and ultimately, their lives. Machiavelli didn't fear fear, he used it. In this video, we'll show you how to do the same and take control of your destiny. Understanding fear in modern society. Let's talk about fear in the modern world. We live in an age where every misstep can be amplified, every decision judged, and every failure broadcast. Fear of what others think, fear of failure, and fear of risk hold so many men back from their true potential. Fear tells you to play it safe, to keep your head down, to avoid conflict. But here's the thing. Fear doesn't protect you. It limits you. Machiavelli's view on fear. Machiavelli had a different view of fear. He didn't see it as something to avoid, but something to wield. In The Prince, he said, "It is much safer to be feared than loved." What does that mean? It means fear is a powerful tool. But it's not about ruling with terror. Machiavelli saw fear as a way to maintain control and ensure respect, without allowing others to undermine your authority. Fear as a tool. Men who conquer fear don't avoid it, they use it. The cold laws teach us how fear can be a catalyst for action, a motivator to make tough decisions. Instead of letting fear stop you, use it as fuel. Once you master your fear, you become unstoppable. Machiavelli's Cold Laws Law 1. Fear not love is the key to power. Machiavelli's first law is a hard pill to swallow for many. He believed, it's safer to be feared than loved. Why? Because love is fleeting. Fear, however, commands respect. Think about leaders throughout history, whether in business or war, who maintained control not through kindness, but through a sense of power and authority that others couldn't challenge. Now, I'm not talking about being cruel for the sake of cruelty. What Machiavelli meant is that when you wield fear wisely, you maintain your position. It keeps others in check and reminds them that you are not to be taken lightly. Law number 2, never trust your friends completely. Another tough lesson, never trust your friends completely. Trust is essential, but loyalty is often conditional. Machiavelli knew that allies can quickly become liabilities. In a world driven by power dynamics, relying solely on friendship can lead to betrayal. It's not that you shouldn't have close connections, but you need to be wise about who you trust. Build your empire with people who are useful, who serve a purpose, but never let your guard down. Law Number 3. The ends justify the means. Probably one of Machiavelli's most controversial quotes, "The ends justify the means," is often misunderstood. It doesn't mean you should act unethically. It means that sometimes achieving a greater goal requires making difficult, even uncomfortable choices. Look at modern leaders or CEOs. Many have faced criticism for their decisions, but their success is proof that tough decisions lead to results. When you make decisions based on the long-term objective, you must sometimes sacrifice the short-term comfort. Law 0.04. Master the art of adaptation. Adaptability is critical in today's fast-paced world. The man who refuses to adapt becomes obsolete. Machiavelli emphasized the importance of adapting to changing circumstances. Those who can read the room, change strategy, and pivot when necessary are the ones who stay ahead. Think about it. Businesses that don't evolve fail. Warriors who don't adjust to new tactics lose battles, and men who refuse to grow become irrelevant. To rise above fear, you must learn to adapt to whatever challenge life throws your way. Building inner strength. So, how do you start building that inner strength? It begins with confronting your fears head-on. Every day, challenge yourself to do something that scares you, no matter how small. It's like training a muscle. Over time, you get stronger. Start with the little things, making the tough call, speaking up in meetings, or taking risks you would normally avoid. Each time you face fear, you get a little stronger, and you start taking back control. The power of detachment. Another key to mastering fear is detachment. Detach from the need for approval. Detach from the opinions of others. When you stop caring about what others think, you unlock your true potential. Fear often comes from worrying about judgment, but when you let go of that fear, your decisions become clearer, more powerful, and more authentic. Implementing cold laws in your life. Now, let's talk about practical steps. To apply Machiavelli's cold laws, start by making decisions based on your long-term goals. Don't be swayed by emotions or temporary discomfort. Embrace adaptability. Don't stick to a failing plan just because it's comfortable. And always ask yourself, what's the greater purpose? By applying these principles, you'll gradually break free from the chains of fear. You'll move from being reactive to being in control. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your tool. Machiavelli's cold laws show us how to use fear, not to paralyze us, but to propel us. When you master these principles, you take control of your life and your destiny. Fear becomes just another weapon in your arsenal. Now I want to hear from you. What fears are holding you back? How will you use Machiavelli's laws to rise above them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. If you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe and share it with other men who are ready to rise above fear. Remember, power isn't given, it's earned, and the men who conquer fear are the men who shape their own future.